That song was crazy. Which one is this? Iconic. Okay. This album so far has been very consistent with the synths that are being used and the overall vibe of the music and the instrumentation and whatnot, which I actually enjoy, because a lot of K-pop albums you'll have almost a different genre with every song. There's not really a cohesive feel to it, but I like that they're keeping it kind of within one sonic framework and then just sort of playing around with structures and beat patterns and melodies within that framework. Like, for example, NCT 127's recent album Sticker. There's so many different genres and feels on that album, and I like most of the songs on that album, but it feels a little disjointed. It feels kind of all over the place, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not dissing that album. I like that album a lot, but I also sometimes want albums to have a cohesive vibe to them, I guess. But I think this is a mini album, so it makes sense for this to have a consistent vibe. Or if you have the same vibe for 10 to 12 tracks, it might get a little worn out by the end of it. But I think this is the first mini album. I think it's like 7 tracks, something like that, so it makes sense to have it all in the same kind of style. Honestly, this kind of sounds more like a title track than Savage does. Just in my opinion. Like, I would expect this to be the promoted song from this. Not necessarily saying that's better than Savage, but just that it sounds more like a song that would have been promoted from this album. Looks like we're on Lucid Dream, which I believe is the last track. So I would have expected a 2/4 pattern on the drums right there. Like a slower kind of beat. So that was an interesting choice there. Oh, that's smooth. Oh, those vocal effects are really cool. Almost sounds like a vocoder. In fact, I think it might be. Which, I mean, if K-pop is embracing the vocoder, 100% here for that. it might not be a vocoder now that I hear it again. It sounds like it is here because they're harmonizing with the distorted vocals, but I don't think it's a vocoder, but it's still a cool effect, whatever it is.
Every time you leave me, I don't know what to do. I just can't stop loving you. I don't know what else to say. You drive me crazy. 사라질 듯 머무른 꿈처럼 나 흩어질 듯 밀려든 밤처럼 벗어나려 할수록 선명한 널 No, no, no I can't stop love 더 깊이 속삭여 나를 이끈 곳에 난 너를 따라 영원히 이곳에 암흑 속을 향해도 끝까지 널 No, no I can't stop love No, no I can't stop love 더 깊이 속삭여 나를 이끈 곳에 난 너를 따라 영원히 이곳에 암흑 속을 향해도 끝까지 널 No, no, no I can't stop love
I like that song a lot. Is that the last one? Yeah, that was the last one on the mini album. I think that one and Yeppy Yeppy were my two favorite songs, which they might be the two most different songs on the album, from each other and from the rest of the album. But they were both really good. That whole album was actually really good. I wasn't too convinced with Savage. It was one of my least favorite songs of theirs up to this point, but the rest of the album is really good. And yeah, I don't have too much more to say about it. I liked it.